So, Cobra Kai fans, after seeing the insanity of Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 1, with the likes of Kwon and Yoon being introduced from the Korean Cobra Kai Dojo, seeing that insane ending for Part 1, and seeing the potential matchups with the Sekai Taikai, fans have already flocked on who is going to fight who, and I even have my own theories. As you know, I absolutely can't wait to see some of these matchups. Subscribe now if you're new to Cobra Kai Nation, so you stay up to date with all the content here on the channel, as we'll be talking all about Part 2, Part 3, and everything around this final season. And I've already posted a lot of content on the channel, so check out those videos if you haven't already. I think with the Sekai Taikai showing us there's going to also be duo fight, team events, and of course the team captains being in the individual competitions. Everybody is wondering what is going to happen with the students that aren't captain. And in this story right now, Robbie is the team captain for the males and Sam is the team captain for the females. Now, it was made very clear that team captains will be entered in the individual competitions, but also I believe they can also compete in the team competitions, because in one of the first looks for Part 2, which was on the Inside the Dojo video on Netflix, you can see duo fights with the Iron Dragons here, two of the new characters, Rainer Vallandigham playing Zara Malik and Patrick Lewis who's playing Axel Kolosevich. These guys are captains for their dojo, Iron Dragons, but they are also competing together. And I think because there's two females and two males fighting, it's a mixed duo fight, which is interesting. Some of the team competition are going to be mixed up in different ways, and I believe with who they've got on Miyagi-Do, there's going to be some very interesting matchup. Now, one in particular I want to talk about, the potential of seeing Miguel and Hawk face Kwon and Yoon in a team fight, head-to-head in that fight. And it's definitely going to be an insane one, because you've got two of the most badass fighters in Miyagi-Do, and you've got two of the most ferocious foes in Cobra Kai, which I don't think anyone is ready for. Especially Miguel and Hawk probably never having fought someone on that level other than themselves and in the All Valleys. I think we're going to see one of the craziest fights with those four, and this team fight is definitely going to help push Miyagi-Do in the competition. But imagine that lineup. Yoon and Kwon, we know, are absolute badasses, and they are going to really push these students, and I'm kind of worried for some of them, because Kwon fought Yoon with ease and became the captain for their dojo, and Yoon is also the top student for how long? Probably a while, and these guys are definitely not messing around. They are the definition of no mercy, especially Kwon, and I can't wait to see if Miguel and Hawk fight them, because Robbie being in the individual category as a team captain will probably be his focus, but at the same time the team captains can come into the team events. It only makes sense, because if they're only there for the individual fights, and we lose out on seeing Robbie maybe fighting with Miguel, and that would be really insane. It also means there could be a sequence where Miguel and Sam fight together, perhaps showing us other matchups we've never seen before. Maybe Robbie and Sam fight together as they're both team captains against two other team captains from other dojos. But how that selection works, it really depends, because the individual contest with the male and females, that's really clear. You know, if you win and beat your opponent, you go to the next round. If you lose, you're out. Or are you just out for the individual competitions, but you can still compete in the team aspect? That's interesting. The Sekai Taikai is bringing something very fresh and new to the story. And with tournaments, I've been saying this for such a long time, duo fights needs to happen. Look at the matchups we could have. Miguel and Robbie fighting together, Sam and maybe Tori, if anything had happened where they both are on the same side. Maybe it would be Sam and Devon instead. We could even see characters that have never matched before together in the fight. It would be very cool and poetic for the story, but also showing the journey of the characters, that some of these guys have been absolute foes against each other, but in this immediate moment it's all changed. They've all been able to put their differences aside and they're all competing together. It's so cool, and I'm really excited to see that, because as a fan of the show from day one, I've been wanting to see these matchups and these duo fights. I think it will be amazing to see the likes of Miguel and Hawk fight Yoon and Kwon. Of course, there's other students out there. We could see Miyagi-Do's even match up against other dojos, but if anything, I think they need to choose the best best duos that we already know and love. And also, I think it makes a lot of sense for them to go about it in this way. So, how do you feel about the matchups in this upcoming Sekai Taikai? The duos fights are going to be insane, and I can't wait to see what that brings. And what matchups would you like to see in the tournament? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section below. Hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and I'll see you in the next one.